Okay, thanks, Brittany. Brittany's my amazing assistant. She helps in so many ways for our team to work more smoothly. And she's going to teach us Canva tonight. Hi, Carrie. Hi, Karen. Hi, Amy. Hey, Kathleen. Okay, go ahead, Brittany.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so this is Canva. I'm going to do just a pretty basic overview. Some of you guys may be familiar with it. Some may not have ever seen it before. So I'll just give you a basic rundown of some of the amazing things you can do in here. So as a virtual assistant, I spend a lot of time in Canva. This is basically like my platform for creating graphics, presentations, flyers, logos. I mean, you can see out right here some of the amazing things you can do in this program. And so it's pretty simple. You'll just need to just create a quick account. It's free. So I use the free version. And there is a pro version, and I'll show you why there's a pro version, but most everyone can do pretty much anything with the free version. So you come in here, you can kind of decide, okay, so what am I wanting to design? Okay, so you can look down here, they have some examples. You could also search up here. So let's say I'm wanting to put together a flyer, for an event. You can look up flyer, and it'll have different types of, depending on the type of flyer you're wanting to do. I'm just going to do a basic flyer. Okay, so now it's going to bring up these, just a whole bunch of templates. So one thing that's really nice about Canva is a lot of times you don't have to start from scratch, which is super nice. And you can see there's tons and tons. They just go on and on. Okay, so we're just going to click a random one here. Okay, so once you're in here, pretty much everything on this page you can edit, right? So you can change, let's say we're wanting to do an intro to oils class. Okay, so you can change the text. If you don't really like that font, you can come in here and you can use all the fonts in here. So these little ones with the crowns, those are for the pro version. So that's kind of how they try to get you into the pro version, which, yeah, they do have some beautiful fonts, but they also have some really beautiful ones that are free. And so any of them that don't have the crowns next to them are free. So we'll go ahead and we'll just select this one. So intro to oils class. Okay, and then graphics here, a lot of times you can see this one has like the little lines going across it, and that's because this is a stock photo that you have to have the pro version to use. So, normally we wouldn't really want to use that, so you can delete that. So these little shapes here, and I'll show you here, these are frames that you can put in your own pictures. Okay, and so you can find those by going to elements, and then just look under frames. So all of these, so let's say we don't really like this frame. We're going to delete that frame. And we like this one instead. Okay, so if it has this little cloud and sky and, that little landscape behind it, that means you can fill it in with a picture. And so let's say I'm doing one for Tina. And so I have a picture of Tina here. So you can upload pictures from your computer. Right here, you just press upload media. And then you can, select from device, or if it's from Facebook or a Google Drive, you just select where you're wanting to come from, and then you'll download it in. So I've got the one of Tina here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to place it over that, and it's going to put the picture in there, and you can kind of mess around with it if you want it to be, center a different way or whatnot, but that's kind of a fun little feature. Okay, so then let's also say, we don't really like this pink. You can go ahead and come up here and you can change the colors. And if, you're not seeing one that you like, you can always click on new color, and you can, let's say we're going for like a green. And then, you know, we can kind of look around, you can move it around to where you find the grain that you want, right? So we'll just put it there. And so you can change the colors. You can do the same thing on these little graphics. And we'll just change these to gray for now. You can just go in and just change them all. And then again, you can just, you know, right here, we can say it's, you know, Thursdays at 7 p.m. And a lot of times nowadays, right, you're doing Zoom info. You can put all that there and just completely customize it. You can put a description here. And then you've got your little flyer. So you can, let's say you want to, you know, make one that's similar. You can duplicate the page and you can have two. And maybe you want to change this one to a, you know, continuing education. Whoop. Oh my goodness, if I could spell. There we go. Almost. Okay. So then, yeah, you can just, if you wanted to kind of duplicate that, or if you wanted to just create a whole new one, right? You could start from scratch here, go back to white, and let's say you can, you know, you can create it completely from scratch yourself here by using, you know, pulling in elements here. I mean, there's so many, there's shapes, there's stickers. I mean, you could just pretty much look at anything. Let's see what pops up when we use essential oils. So you can, you know, if you wanted to use any of these, again, the crowns you won't be able to use unless you have the pro, you know, like let's say we're wanting to advertise the lime oil, right? We can put that there. Yeah, and so then, you know, this is where you can add text. These are some free ones that, you know, are kind of put together already. You know,
Brittany, did
yes.
you have to import the doTERRA pictures?
So yeah, pretty much everything doTERRA you're going to have to import in.
And did you get it from the back office?
So let me, I pull a lot of pictures either from OneDrop or I get them from Canto. So I don't know if you guys are familiar with this website. I'll drop the link in the chat. But I pull a lot of doTERRA pictures here. So let's say we're going on with our lime, you know, flyer. I can just type in lime there, and what it's going to do is it's going to pull up any, like, all sorts of images that you have of the lime oil, right? So you can pull these in and use that as your graphic. If you click here, they have, so this is like the lime oil just by itself. So if we wanted to just put the lime oil in there, I'll go ahead and I'll download this one. And I'll show you how to import it in. Yeah, I mean, anything here on Canto you can, you know, download. And so once you find what you're looking for, you'll just come to uploads, click on upload media, and then I downloaded it to my device. And then what it's going to do is it's going to take a second to load into there. Okay, and then you click on it, and then you can size it and put
So
it.
Brittany, do you have to erase? You're putting it on white, but if you had put it on a color, you would see the white that is around the bottle. So do you have to erase it, or is there another way to get rid of it?
No, it's just, yeah, it's kind of just one of those things. It's something that whoever, you know, makes these graphics for doTERRA, I mean, that's just as close as they could get it to kind of make it transparent in the background.
This one's good. Sometimes they don't blend. That's why I was asking.
Yeah, yes. Yeah, normally they do a really good job.
Okay,
right?
thank you.
So yeah, I mean, you can add that in here just like that. And, you know, I do that a lot with the different oils. And I know, like, during BOGO week, a lot of people will make flyers, you know, with the one oil up here and the other oil down here. And they'll make graphics like that. Let's see. I'm trying to think if there's a lot of these I don't really get into. These are like more if you're doing stuff for social media. and you're wanting to add in like graphics and stuff, but that's kind of its own separate ball game. Okay, so right here, these are just some fun backgrounds. So see, maybe I like that background better. You can maybe add it in there, right? It's not gonna let me use it because it's the Pro, but you get the idea. You find a background, you can put that in there instead of just a plain color. Yeah, so when you're ready to, you know, download these, you'll just come up here to this download button. You can select if you want it to be PDF print, PDF standard, if you want to be in a JPEG format, you just select whatever you want. And then if you want to, you know, let's say like I made these, but I really only want the third page right now. I can download just the third page, and then you just click. Okay, so that one has that background, so it's not going to let me download it. So you'll just click on, you know, page 2, and then you'll just click download, and it'll download to your computer, and then you can use it wherever you want. Yeah, is there any questions so far? That's a good sign.
Yes. Can you tell us again the name of the website?
Yeah, so it's Canva, C-A-N-V-A. I'll drop the
.com?
.com.
Okay, thank you.
I'll
I
put
have
it
a
in the
question,
chat for you.
Brittany. So when
Yes.
you do this, do you just download it onto your documents then after you create it?
Yeah, so most everything I download, it goes to my downloads folder. And then at that point, if it's something I want to keep for the future, I'll move to a specific folder on my computer. If
Okay.
not, I'll either delete it or it lives forever in my downloads folder.
Okay, and then so you can just print it from your downloads then. too.
Yeah, it'll just pull up as a file on your computer, and you can print it, or you can, you know, send it somewhere to get printed. A lot of what I do on Canva is like social media posts. And so what I do for that is you can just come to the create a design. And if you want to do Instagram, you can select that. If you want it to be a story, you can go there. So you can kind of see, I think there's one for Facebook as well. Honestly, for Facebook, I typically do a custom size, and I just do 800 by 800 pixels because it's like a perfect square. You can see it's kind of a perfect square for social media.
And that works well for Instagram too, the perfect square.
Yeah, it also works well for Instagram for sure.
And I just want to let you know that when I've created images here before, like before I had Britney, I would like try to print it directly from the site, and they try to send you to like a printer company that's charging you money for it. So when you get to that, don't freak out. Just save your thing and then print it from your downloads.
Yeah, always just download it, and then you'll have the freedom to do what you want with it. But yeah, I mean,
you can create like logos and stuff here too, right?
Yeah. So, I mean, you can see these are some ideas of some logos that you can create here. It'll kind of give you an idea. I created just a quick logo for Tina, and I pretty much, see if I can find it real quick. Oh, my uploads. Because if any of you guys are familiar with OneDrop, you have to watermark all of your images, and this is where I do that. And so I had to create like a small logo to put, to watermark all of Tina's pages. So you can see I have a whole bunch of stuff in here, and some of you guys are going to see your beautiful faces because I make graphics with your beautiful pictures.
And a lot of these graphics you didn't create from scratch. They're downloaded from OneDrop.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, a lot of these are downloaded from OneDrop. So you can see, let me find an example. So like this one, I downloaded from OneDrop. You can just get it to fit the page, and then you just watermark it. This one, I downloaded from OneDrop. You can put text or whatever.
Yeah. Yes, question, Joe?
So OneDrop is what, $10 a month?
I think there's different packages, but yeah, I think it's, I paid for the whole year so that I got it like 2 months free, but
Yeah,
it's less than
there's a
$20 per month, right?
Yeah, it's something like that. Yeah, and there's definitely a discount when you pay for the annual one.
And it has lots of really great things. But if you don't want to do that, you can also get stuff off doTERRA media, social media, which
No, that's what I've been doing. I've been creating my own.
yeah, you can. And then, you know, the other thing is like our upline leaders like Susie and Rebecca, Carly, like they don't mind if we use their stuff. So sometimes I'll see something on Rebecca Kim's like Facebook story or Instagram story, and then I'll just screenshot it, and then I'll just like crop it to take out her name, and then I'll just put it back on my social media. And like I've asked before, she's like, yeah, no problem, just take anything. So you can say, hey, I'm your downline, I'm in Dr. Tina's tree, and I'm going to use this to just kind of introduce yourself to her. But she has already told me that it's fine to use her things.
Yeah, I know. She's been very helpful.
She's very kind that way. And like Claudia Zaputo is another nurse who's on Instagram. I think she's called Essential RN. And I've asked her before if I could, you know, copy something, and she's fine with it too. So that's another way do you guys know how to do screenshots on your phone? Maybe that's a good thing to teach you today.
Yes.
Yes, everybody knows how to do that, right? Or who maybe raise your hand if you don't know how to take a screenshot. Oops. Whoa. Okay, so I'm just going to show you. Alan's like, just show them. So let's say, like, what you do is, if you have an iPhone, I don't know if you have an Android, I don't know how to help you, but you do the home button, you press the home button and this on off button at the same time, and you hear a click. You hear that? And then it goes to your photos, and then in your photos, like, you can crop it. Okay, you can like, you can take a pencil or a highlighter, and you can like highlight things like that. See? So there's a lot you can do that way too. So this is why I really feel like doing doTERRA as a business. It teaches you lots of things like that are unrelated to doTERRA. You just become like a lot smarter with all of life when you when you run a business. I'm sorry about my dog.
So let me show you just one more thing. Since we're talking about OneDrop, I mentioned if you're going to do OneDrop, you need to watermark all of your images. So this is an image I got from OneDrop for Tina. And this little logo right here is one I just quickly created with text. I just combined 2 different fonts. And this is what I watermark all of her things with. And so you can just add it in and move it to size. And then, like, let's say I had multiple images that I needed to watermark. A really nice thing about Canva is you can, copy it here, and then you can just go to each page and paste it, and it'll put on in the same spot on each page. Oh, once I go all the way down. That one didn't go all the way down.
Can I find the website? Oh, there it is.
So another easy way to get things watermarked, if that's what you need to do. Yeah, I use this a lot. A lot of stuff I pull from the Canto website, the doTERRA digital marketing kit, and then we use OneDrop a lot. And so that's pretty much how we get the majority of graphics that I make for Tina. I know Alma, Tina's other assistant, uses doTERRA Social and stuff like that, but yeah, it's pretty simple, and you could use it for doTERRA. You could use it to make birthday invitations. You can use it to make pretty much anything, flyers. The options are unlimited.
You make it for your, birthday parties for your kids.
Yeah, if you just type in here like birthday invitation, it'll bring up a whole bunch of templates.
And the other thing is,
invitations.
when it's like Christmas or Thanksgiving, you can create a really pretty visual that's seasonal too.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
you can see it just has everything. And I love to utilize the templates because some of them are so beautiful and you just got to go and change the words.
Yeah, it's so easy. Okay. All right. Any
How did-
questions for Brittany?
How did you create the watermark?
So, okay. So this one, let me go to this. So what I started with was I just came to like a blank one. And then I just started with the text, right? So I probably did Dr. Tina's. And then, so I put that portion right there because I want that to be one font. And then that will be my second font. Right? And so you can change, and then depending on like what you want it to be. I don't like that. We can find something better. You can just kind of go through. I may not find one that I like right now, right? Dr. Tina's Health Essentials, right? And then what you can do is you can download that. The one I have for Tina is transparent. And that takes a little bit more like work. I did some of that in Lightroom, but I know that if in the Canva Pro, you can turn things transparent. So even if you wanted to try like the free trial, you may be able to do that just with the Canva Pro.
Brittany, have you used the filter? You can also lighten it with the filter.
Oh yeah.
You
Yeah,
highlight
so
it there. Mhm, that's how I do it.
yeah, so like what she's talking about is this. Let's see, or maybe that's not, let's pull up an element. Pull in our lime again. Are you talking about this, Joe?
No, at the top, you see how that right above, you're go up to the bar at the top, the white bar, and you'll see a filter, the white one. And I think it's on the right side. I'm trying to do my own one right now. And you will have, there's a place for filter when you're looking. Okay, I want to put on my own. And it's, yeah, there's the filter, and then there's the, no, not that filter, wrong one. Must be on the right side. There it is. It says transparency, go to position. So you gotta, no, you can't be, well, you could be on the picture. You have to be on something, right?
Yeah.
And then right after the, looks like a roller, that's where you can change it. And you can make it transparent right there.
This one right here?
Yeah, you just go down with the, you just go across.
Yeah.
And guys,
And a lot of
if I
people will
could-
do that with, a lot of people will do that with logos, right? You'll see it
Mhm.
like transparent in the background,
yeah,
even though it's like text. So that's another way you can kind of, you know, put together a logo. And then, yeah, you just download this and then you'd, you know, I probably suggest a PNG or a JPEG, and then you could download it. And then what you do is you'd upload it here and then you'd pull it into, you know, as your logo. Are there any other questions?
Can you do business cards with this?
That's a good question. Let's look it up.
Yeah.
Business cards.
yes, you can.
Yep. So these are a whole bunch of different templates for business cards.
Who asked that question? Who wanted business cards?
Lisa Doyle.
Oh, Lisa. Okay, yeah. My brother-in-law also does them very affordably. Lorena, do you remember how much they cost? He has a couple of templates, and I think like Joe Mo and
He's wonderful and so inexpensive.
yeah. So, do you want that contact number? His name is Stanton. He can show you the different templates. Yeah.
Yes.
And he could personalize it with.
Oh yeah, he'll personalize it and he'll show you a couple templates. I think Linda Hand's gotten them through him. Actually, I'll put his name as number in the chat for any of you who want to reach out to him. Okay. Okay. And let's see. This is my husband's brother, Lorena's brother, Cindy's brother.
Yeah, and he could just he'll send you all the information with the pricing and the designs that he has. And if there's something you want to, create too, you can just give him tell him what you want to include in your design, custom to it for you, if you don't like whatever you see.
And just tell him that you're part of Dr. Tina's team. Or if you're on Lorena's line, you can say, I'm part of Lorena's community or Cindy's community. Okay, there's his number. Okay.
Yeah, I would just encourage you guys to you can get lost with how much fun things you can do, but just come in here and just start creating stuff. Look at the templates, look at everything that you can do in here. I've yet to really find anything that I can't design in here. So yeah, I think the more you play around with it, the more comfortable you'll be. And then soon you'll be creating graphics like nobody's business.
Good job. Thank you so much, Brittany.
Of course.
Yay, hooray! We do.
Just let Dr. Tina know if you have any questions and she will she'll let me know.
Thank you. Do you guys want like one drop training one day if you want to do that, or well, just let me know, okay? All right. Okay.
Sounds good. Have a good team meeting.
Thank you. How are you doing today? It's April, almost the 15th. Okay. And I think a lot of us are excited about the promotion to enroll people.
Oh, trying to get 5.
Yes, try to get 5. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get my slides going here and then we'll do our team meeting. But who has used Canva before? Let me know. I think Joe Mo does a lot with Canva, right?
It's fun.
It's fun, huh? It's fun. Okay, so let me know if it's too loud in the background and I'll make sure that I have my kids do something else. Okay. So, all right. The reason I do the slides is this, it just helps to keep me on point. So I'm not rambling. Okay, so today is April 12th and we had our Canva training. These are the April promos. So let me explain them to you. Lime is free with 125 PD order. Lime is good for phlegm. Lime is good for cleaning. Lime is good for cooking.
Yeah, 3 days.
It's good for like mixed drinks. So yeah, you have 3 days to get this for free and to tell your people to get this for free. And so now's a good time to start texting them or contacting them through Facebook. Give them a call. 10% off Neroli. So this is a very relaxing oil. I have it right here next to my work area. It promotes feelings of calmness. It's the oil from the bitter orange flower. So it is a great oil. And I had a little bit of pain today because I started to work out again. I just put Neroli on and it took the pain away. It's like, I love that. Okay, then we have the new wellness kit. So I'm very excited about these. And can you go get the one from my bedside, Mark?
Yes, I can.
I put the sleep kit by my bedside. It's a beautiful purple. It has a gratitude journal, serenity pills, which is the oral serenity. I take 2 before bed, like half hour before bed, and it'll be very good to helping you go to bed. It has the bath salts. I highly recommend taking a bath if you can. It really calms the body. I'm going to be doing that tonight when Mark teaches the 8 o'clock class. And then it also has cedarwood, which is calming. And then it has lavender. And then it has the calmer.
Look at how
Okay,
beautiful
so
this
is how
is.
beautiful it is. Yeah, let me stop.
Almost as beautiful as my wife. Not quite there, but it is beautiful.
You want to get the respiratory one? It's
Where
on the
is-
bookshelf. It's pretty heavy. Okay, so let's see. Look how pretty. I think this is really pretty. Okay. Okay, here's your gratitude journal. It's so cute. So it's a little smaller than my hand. And oh wow, it has a lot of good things to say. I think I might start this tonight. This is really cute. It prints it out for you. It's like day 9 hope.
And it
day
comes with a
13
different color
contemplation.
bag.
Yeah. Okay, then you have your bath salts. Ooh. And then you have your oils. And they're nice because they're all wrapped in this nice tissue paper. I should really do a
Biodegradable tissue paper.
Yeah, everything that doTERRA ships now is
Trying
biodegradable.
to be
It's not plastic, it's a cardboard. Okay,
compostable.
so this whole thing is $75. And then what I ordered was the eye mask. So Mark will get that too.
I'm happy to
It's
get
the
that.
mulberry eye mask, the really pretty purple one. So I think we should have an eye mask club. Maybe we can all put our eye masks on and go on, take a picture and put it on Facebook. Dr. Tina's Health Essentials. I think that'll be fun. I'll do a challenge for that. If you guys, whoever does that, I'll do a drawing, okay? It'll be fun. So the eye mask though, when you order that, it's like 20-something dollars, but there's 0 PV. But there's other things you can order for 20% off, like the La Luz diffuser and a couple of other really good oils for sleeping. Sleep is so important to our overall health. I think a lot of us ignore that fact. So me included, I am myself guilty of that. Okay, so okay, I lost my slides now. Okay, any questions about that? I can show you my respiratory. Well, maybe I should just stop screen sharing. I'll show you my respiratory too. So this is, look, it's bigger. It's quite a bit bigger. Look at the size. Okay, but this is nice.
Mulberry silk.
The mulberry. Okay, so this has that handheld personal aroma diffuser. And oh, it has the breathe. These are really yummy. I really like these. So I don't call this just the respiratory kit. I call it the respiratory allergy kit because I feel like it has so many oils that are really good for allergies. Okay, then it has cardamom. This is a really good oil to cook with. You can bake bread with it, but this is also good for the sinuses and for phlegm. Put a drop of water and some honey and drink. Okay, peppermint beadlets. Oh, these are amazing. You put one in your mouth, pop it, and it really clears your sinuses. Actually, I think I might give that to Carl, my friend Carl. He has really bad coughing spells, and the peppermint stops the coughing. Then you have, oh, another lime, because lime and cardamom are good for cutting phlegm, right? That's why they have it. And then you have, ooh, breathe. I was at an office today, and they really like the breathe. So the thing with the sleeve is you want to save the sleeve and maybe undo it, because inside in here are the directions on how to use everything. Okay, so don't toss the sleeve right away until you read through it. Okay, this is the mulberry eye mask.
Slide it or open it.
You know, it has a magnetic opener.
It is soft. It is mulberry silk on
And-
both sides.
And it even has this doTERRA logo.
But that's separate, right, Tina?
It
Yeah.
comes with, oh no,
It's an
yes,
add-on.
you
It's
have
an
to add
add-on.
on, but you get it at a discount.
It's really soft. It's really soft. Okay. All right, so let me share screen now for all the goodness that I have to share with you. So, okay. All right, this is the Aroma Essentials Starter Kit. It's beautiful. I just taught a class this Saturday, and one of the gals got it in the mail already, and it comes in a really pretty white box. The La Luz diffuser is beautiful too, and this has peppermint and wild orange that together is an energy blend. Balance and serenity, those two they call liquid Xanax because it's so calming. And then breathe is, you know, opens the respirations. Cheer is happy. It has a little hint of clove in it. Citrus Bloom is a blend of citruses and flowers together. And so they smell great. That's actually my favorite to use on my dryer balls. And then Northern Escape. This smells like the woods. So you kind of have your female and your male oils in there. Okay. Northern Woods smells like forest. It's great. Okay. Leadership retreat. So you know how they were saying, oh, the recordings end on the 28th, but they're still up. And I listened to a couple the other night. So you can go to doterra.brand.live. The same place you went to hear leadership retreat, it is still going. So please, please go. And then the enrollment promo, right? Davana is the flirtatious, sensual oil. I call it the date oil. It has a very nice perfumey fragrance. I feel like it smells like cool, what do we call it? Like punch on my skin.
Tropical fruit?
Like tropical fruit punch. Okay. And then you get jasmine and divine. Look how cute the little jasmine is. It's this tiny little 2.5 ml. Okay.
Because
And
it's
it
so
smells
precious.
divine. It really smells amazing. I love the jasmine fragrance. It's you know, jasmine usually blooms like once a year, but this smells exactly like walking past a jasmine bush. Very nice. Okay, and you cannot purchase it. So both of these oils, you can only win it. And I hope you're going for it. Okay, the ICANN Institute. I know a lot of you are coming with me. I know Linda Hand's coming. America's coming. It starts on Thursday. So check your emails for the times. I know Linda Young, Walina is coming too. So I look forward to having you guys there. I'm sorry if I missed out on your name. I haven't checked recheck the list. Okay, but if you're going, if you're signed up, make sure you're ready for Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Very good mindset training. Then we have founders. I hope you guys have. I just met with one of the people in our group who wants to go for founders. So
There
I'm
are
pretty sure
still
she's gonna get there.
194 spots.
194 spots. Okay. And okay, then I'm so excited. Walina and Dr. Linda are doing the essential oil hacks. So just explaining how many oils have dual purposes, or many products have dual purposes. Like, did you know the baby diaper cream can be your sunscreen? And I'm not buying sunscreen this summer. We're just using the baby diaper cream because it lasts. It's thick, and you look kind of white, you know, because it has that film.
But you know where it
literally
is
lasts
then.
for hours. I love it, and it smells so good. Like, you know how when you do a lot of the sunscreens, you get a headache after. The baby diaper rash cream, it smells so nice and fresh, and I use that when I go running too. It's great. I love it. Okay, then and I even used it to help people with eczema because of the zinc content. So the baby diaper cream is great. And then my friend Myra Cordero, who I met at a Tony Robbins event, she lives in Mexico, but she's an environmentalist. Look how beautiful she is. She's doing a spring declutter. So it's going to be very interactive on that Wednesday. You're going to come. There's going to be no slides. She's going to have you go around your house, pick things that, you know, maybe you haven't even used for over 5 years or over, you know.
We're not
1
getting rid of that
year.
one though.
And she's going to talk about how it makes you feel and how you might want to consider making your environment a place of beauty and clarity, because it's when it's cluttered. She says cluttered home is a cluttered mind. And so she talks about, you know, helping to move past some of those things, rethinking, repurposing, and reducing waste. And okay, thanks, Mark. Okay,
Sorry.
next slide. Okay. All right, so this is a continuing education, right? So this last month we awarded our attendees with the stickers and coconut oil and what was it? What's the other one? Lemongrass, right? And this time I'd like to award you. So if you are teaching a class in any of the months, April, May, or June, I want to send you these stickers. And I know that like Jomo, I appreciate her so much. She teaches like probably at least four classes a month for us. and she's so knowledgeable. And so you can receive up to 6 stickers. And so for like her, I'm just going to send her all 6 sticker sheets. These are really pretty. Like they're clear, so it shows you the color of the bottle that they're on, and then they're like shiny gold. So I would love to send you one of these stickers if you teach a class. If you teach multiple classes, I'll send you multiple stickers. But I think Cindy Hoy teaches classes, Linda Hand, Walina, Amy. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Lorena, and Penny. And I know America's taught a class before. So Eileen's taught classes. Dr. Linda's taught classes. I'm sorry if I missed any of you. Jennifer's taught classes. Thank you, Jennifer. Okay, so this is going to be coming to you for helping to teach. We're going to start the regular continuing education in May to June. Okay, so because I feel like we're enrolling a lot of people now, and we've had these continuing educations that are really specific, like Lyme disease or chakras, which are awesome. I love it. But we're going to go back to doing the continuing education that doTERRA has given us, the series of 8, so that we can get a foundation for the new people we've enrolled. So try to make a point. I want you to collaborate with me. Text me and tell me what you think would be a good prize. If people attend all 8 of them and collect the code word, or they watch all 8 recordings, okay? Like what can they get? All right. Like some people give out diffusers, some people give out books. And so I want to hear what you think would be helpful. And so you can text me personally or put it in the chat too. All right. And then any questions so far? I just am grateful for all of you. I want to give you these beautiful stickers. Look at how you can make a sadness roller or a dropper, an energy dropper, happy, breathe, immune, bliss, headache. All right. Okay, let's do the raffle now. Okay, so raise your hand if you have enrolled 1 person this month. Okay, yay, Cindy enrolled 1 person. You can do it virtually too, if you want to raise that hand. Okay, Penny's enrolled somebody. Okay, so let's get the
I
little
will,
raffles on.
I can.
Okay,
I
so
can look on the
Cindy,
computer.
okay, tell me about that experience, Cindy. Who was it and how did that come to be?
I'll get there.
You have to unmute yourself.
The first person I enrolled was Kathleen Kelly, and she was just a friend from my old neighborhood. So when I go travel to work, I can visit. When I travel back to where I used to live to work, I can get together with some of my old friends. And so it was great to have dinner with her. She wanted some oils for her daughter as a congratulation gift for getting into grad school and getting a new job. And so she bought the Aroma Essentials enrollment kit for her.
Awesome.
And she's also she also works at a vet place, so I'm trying to
Oh yeah,
introduce her to Dr. Janet Rourke's.
oh, that's good. Thank you, Cindy. Okay, I have your name drawing. That's wonderful. I love how you connect with your friends and you are so relational that even though you don't live as close, you still come back and you can build those relationships.
Yeah, she's a great friend. We used to walk every morning together.
Oh, that's sweet. Okay, so I want you guys to take off. To show yourself and raise your hand if you enrolled someone this month. Okay, raise your hand if you enrolled someone. Okay, Penny did. Okay, and Penny's doing her diamond club. Okay, so Penny. Okay, who did you enroll, Penny?
You want to stop sharing screen?
Oh, sorry.
Me?
Yeah.
I enroll a friend from a mom from school, and I enroll a patient. I don't know. I think, or maybe 2 patients. I can't remember. I really can't remember.
That's awesome.
But you know what? I have to tell you. So I was carrying that little keychain, and I think a friend. We went to a birthday party, and then they saw my little keychain with the little sample. So, And then they were just moms. We were talking about, stressful time and, dealing with the teenagers. So I just opened that little keychain and just start sharing. Just say, hey, do you want adaptive? This is good for dealing with teenagers. Here you go. You can have it.
Oh, that's good. I love that. I love that. I love that. Right. And then, so that's good that you have that with you. I tell you, carry your oils everywhere you go, especially now that the world is opening up, right? That's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I just gave a little sample where just right on the spot, just do that, and then people just curious and then say, oh, do you have one for migraine? And say, oh, here, peppermint, take it, or lavender, just take it. And I'll talk to you later, so.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. I know Walina enrolled someone. I can tell me who you enrolled.
I'm Walina.
Sorry. I was like, wait a minute. Yes, I enrolled a friend that I had been working with since December when I told her about it. And so she finally was ready to sign up for it. So I was like, yes.
Good job. Sometimes it takes a couple of months. Okay. And all right. So let me see here. Anybody else that is here tonight that enrolled somebody? I think that's it for 4 people. Okay. So I'm gonna have Mark pick a person. Okay. And the thing that I'm gonna give out tonight is actually I'm gonna give out laundry detergent because I want you guys to try it. It's really good. And I watched someone this week who was talking about the laundry detergent, and you really don't only need half a cap. And what she did was, instead of like rinsing it off and trying to like drop it in to the little container, she just dropped it into her clothing and she just put the cap in the washing machine, because she figured then she'll get every little last drop of the concentrate, and then she said just make sure you don't stick it in the dryer. So I did that today, but I forgot to tell Jeremy to not put it in the dryer, and I'm not sure what he did.
So now we have.
That's okay. But I always have this on my LRP because we go through at least one a month. So, okay, and you can.
And he uses more than half a cap.
Yeah, sometimes the kids. I know. What are you gonna do?
Okay, I believe we only use 1/4 of the cap, correct, for a full load?
Yeah, you can.
It's
a quarter cap.
Right?
The other thing that you could do is, if you have multiple bottles, you could probably, fill it up with water, so it's easier to, get maybe a half a cup then after you fill it. You use half a bottle, and then, you can get your other empty bottle and fill it half, so you have half and half. And then, okay, you want me to pick?
Okay, yeah.
Pick a winner. Chicken dinner. Oh, we have a sibling connection here. Cindy!
Enjoy your laundry detergent. Okay, all you need is a quarter cap. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, so we're gonna go to the next one. If you're even here, you will get entered. Okay. So Mark, can you copy everyone's name down? And then I'll probably go on to something else so you're not just listening this whole time. But any questions?
In general?
Yeah, in general. In general.
I have a coworker who is kind of sensitive and allergic to lavender. So I was trying to look at oils that are calming that don't have lavender in it. So does any come to mind?
Yeah.
Do you mention neroli? Does that have lavender in it?
No lavender, but it is a floral. So I did a whole segment for doTERRA on this when they had the BOGO of buy lavender or maybe buy pettigrain and get lavender for free. So pettigrain is like, it smells kind of sharp, and it smells like a leaf, because that's what it is. It's from the pettigrain tree. But it has a lot of linalool in it, and linalool is what makes lavender calming. So you can diffuse pettigrain, you can put it over your skin, you can even ingest it, and it has linalool that helps to calm you. So I call it the man man's lavender, because a lot of times men don't like to smell like a flower, right? So
I like flowers.
Another calming oil is cedarwood. Copaiba is calming too. Adaptive has lavender, so maybe she won't like that one. But do you guys have any suggestions? I know everyone here is
And maybe
so
the mix with Serenity.
smart.
So if you have,
Serenity has lavender.
I know, but maybe
Or maybe the mix of Serenity may not.
smell is lavender.
Okay, anybody, any suggestions from the floor?
Thank you. That's good.
I find balance really relaxing.
It's true, Carrie. I think it might have a little bit of lavender, but you can't really smell it in there. Right, Carrie? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't smell any lavender in it. Also, if it does, I haven't realized that it's in there.
Okay. I don't know why it always does this. I have it up and it's so hard.
What do you want to do?
I just, whenever I have my slides, it always goes away when I stop to share.
Okay,
That's
go back
okay.
to.
It's okay. You guys can see it now, right?
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Tina, I have a question.
Yeah.
I have been doing absolutely everything I can think of to get a good night's sleep, and nothing's working. So, I'm thinking it's menopause, but so I don't know if it's a hormonal thing. But I'm taking the phytoestrogen. I'm taking 2 Serenity every night. I've taken Adaptive at night. I'm doing Copaiba. I'm diffusing the cedarwood. I'm putting Serenity on me.
Are you unable to fall asleep or unable to stay asleep?
It's both. I feel like when I am sleeping, it's only a very light, like a twilight kind of sleep. Like I'm not getting any deep sleep.
Okay.
So I don't know if you have any suggestions. I am going to talk to my doctor tomorrow, but just my
I would take
preference
it back
would not to.
before bed. Have you tried to take it back before bed?
I haven't.
I would give that a try.
Okay.
Yeah, warm bath before bed, and then put the oils on you. Meditation,
Do you
prayer.
exercise in the morning?
Yeah, exercise in the morning, and then LOB. Don't take your LOB too. Like make sure to take it at 2, not later than 2.
Okay.
She needs to journal.
You take my son says if your mind wanders, to journal before bed.
Oh yeah.
About your worries, he said.
Because then you won't
So
forget.
I think that gratitude journal is good. Have you ordered this already?
I haven't.
There's some goodies.
Yeah, I don't feel like I'm really struggling with like stress or anxiety or anything. I'm guessing it's probably hormonal. So I was just wondering if there were any, I don't want to go like on hormone replacement if I don't have to.
Have you tried Claricalm?
Yes.
Okay. Have you tried to increase your cruciferous vegetables?
Such as?
No,
like
I haven't.
Broccoli, cabbage, kale.
Okay, so that could help.
Those help to balance your hormones too. Having girlfriends actually balances your hormones.
Okay.
And, taking warm baths.
Okay, great.
Your
Okay. Kathleen has a thing to say.
Just a little thing. I had an adverse reaction with cedarwood. It wired me. So perhaps you need to separate the different oils and be able to know which one does what.
Yeah, I don't feel like it's causing me to. I don't feel like any of them are causing me to stay awake. It's just this has been going since like December, so I'm just finding it's really starting to take its toll.
Yeah.
Did you bring your diffuser with you?
I have my diffuser at night. Yeah, it's right next to my bed. So, okay, thank you.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's take a raffle for everyone who's here tonight. Yay for being here. Okay. All right. So let's do this one. Okay. Oh, it's Jomo. Jomo, you won. You won again. Okay.
You gotta play today.
Yeah, okay. I have either a hand body lotion because we're talking about detox this month, right? Using more pure products or a Purify.
What was that again?
Purify or a hand body lotion?
Oh, Purify.
Okay, Purify. Okay, I have to write this thing down so I remember. Okay,
Thank
and then, oh, you're welcome. Okay, and then who has talked to others about the business? If you have talked to others about the business, then you are in the raffle. Okay. Okay, Joe, Carrie, very good. That's it.
What do you mean the business?
That you told them, there's a way for you to enroll others and earn a commission.
As simple as that.
As simple as that. Or to get your oils paid for. Okay, Dr. Penny has. Okay, oh, Cindy has. So we've got Cindy,
I already went.
Mary, Joe. And you know what? It took me a long time to say things like that myself. Because I don't know, I felt kind of bad earning commission from people. So I think we have to get over that. We have to realize that, we are spending the time to reach out and to learn. I mean, we're really students of these oils, and when we invest and purchase like little sample bottles, and we come to these classes, and we stay connected to doTERRA so we know the latest, so that we can be the best wellness advocate. Don't take that term lightly. You are an advocate for their wellness. And so it's okay for you to earn commission, and it's okay for you to teach others to earn commission too, because they
Get their oils paid for free.
oils paid for free. And plus doing this helps you to learn new skills, right? We talked about Canva today. Okay, so that's, yes. Is that 4 people, Mark?
What I did is I gave them 2 copies of the trifold, a blank trifold, so they can add their information because they're starting, so that they can see how simple it is to share. Like, for somebody well, she works in a dentist office, so that she can share it with her coworkers.
Yes.
So I just did that just, for them to see that, it's simple. It's not complicated.
Oh, so you're giving people trifolds.
Well, the ones that I see that are wellness advocates and have an interest.
Oh.
So then what I did, we are allowed for them to use a trifold as an entry, for beginners. But then if they're really going to do it, then they have to buy the rights. But I do give them a blank one, and just to show her how simple it is. And then I give her one of mine so she could see how I fill it out for her to get the idea. So just a little something.
Yeah, this is the one from, I forgot her name.
Lisa Zimmerman.
Yes, can you show it to us, what it looks like?
Let's see.
Yeah, so this is like
something like this.
Do business cards, but this is a lot more informative.
Well, this one is very simple. It has what are essential oils, right? Why doTERRA? How do I use them? And then it has the top 10. And then it has the very basic, the new kits, which it only has 4. It has a healthy habit, healthy start, healthy home kit, and the natural solutions.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, but she has others to choose from.
And that's the updated with the new kits too?
She always updates. She has a new updated version, yes.
Oh,
and
so
it's only like $20 to buy the rights.
$20?
Yeah.
So once you buy the rights, then you have the rights. Whenever she updates, you still have access.
You have the rights to use them yourself. But if somebody else is going to use them, then they have to buy the rights. But she said that it's okay for somebody to use it like 10 times or 12 times if they're starting out, but then they do need to buy the rights.
That's great. That's great. Something I love about America is she's very educational, and she really wants to make sure that everyone understands it. So she's very sweet. So that's perfect for you, the trifold. Okay, so I'm going to pick somebody who has talked to others about the business. Okay.
That's it.
Okay. Oh, hey, it's America. America. Okay, you get the hand body lotion. Okay. Yeah. Wash them kind of. Okay. All right. So keep it on.
Yes, I'll put it there, posted with the right winner.
Okay, so I know that we have to go into the care to share. I'm going to go real fast here. Okay, we're going to go to convention, guys. If you can go to convention September 8th to the 11th, really try to get there to Utah. And I'm going to be renting a house.
Or it can be online.
It can be online too. But I'm going to rent a house. Let me know if you want to stay with us. Okay. Then these are the Diamond Club codes. Everybody's still alive. Everybody here is still continuing with Diamond Club. So
It's almost like being in public school.
What?
Where you don't get failed. You just pass on, keep on going. You're gonna graduate.
Okay. And then this is our Zoom calendar for the month. All right. You can find it on the doTERRA website. I mean, the Wong Way Life website. And then these are the classes we still have open to teach. If you want to earn those beautiful stickers, if you want to have an opportunity to teach from slides that have been pre-made, all you do is read them and be nice to the people that come to the class, then sign up, okay? And then my beautiful assistant will send you the link to the slides. And don't download the slides. Just teach off the link, because sometimes we will make a change like even the day before. Okay, and so if you teach from the link, then the slides are the most current. Sometimes we'll find an error or something. Someone will tell us, oh, this was misspelled or this was not current. Then we'll go in and change it. If you've downloaded it and you teach from the downloaded slides, that's not updated. Okay? So we have maximize your membership. If you want to teach the business class next week, please sign up to do so. Mark will still be here to support you. And then the wellness consult, I have a 10 a.m. open, and then the care to share. All right, and remember, you get those stickers. Okay, then Elevate to Elite. We only have 2 more weeks left. So Mark and Brad is the husband of Toby. They're going to talk about the compensation plan. If you don't know what, a leadership pool is or what unilevel is, like, come and listen to them. And then the 24th, Eddie Villa, who is our way upline grandpa.
Who is a student of Auntie Joe.
Yeah. Yeah, she was his teacher back in Omani days. He's going to come and teach on strengths, and he's really good at that. So these are at 11 o'clock on Saturdays. And then we're almost done. Commissions run this week, so make sure you check your rank, that it doesn't drop, or your power of 3. And the way to do that is to go to your back office and make sure that the power of 3 button is still lit up, and that the
make sure it's the right month.
And that your rank is still what it needs to be. And okay, so then there's also this free training on the Expert's Guide to Motivation. And this is done by Tasha Smith. I'm going to try to work with her a little more. She is going to talk about a couple of these things. Learn the number 1 tip to rewire your brain for productivity. Clarity of where to focus to overcome fears of rejection that create a lack of motivation. Understanding of the science behind motivation and why fixing your mindset isn't going to work. And quick and practical action items. So you register here, and I know we need to start our other class.
Oh, take your
and
time.
If you're here and you're waiting for the other class, it's going to start in like 5 minutes, or like less than 5 minutes.
We'll take a bio break for 5 minutes. So the Spoil event with Kelly Mallison, she invited us to come and do this with her. So you can create your own little samples. These are the oils that we're going to go through in the Facebook group. And the Facebook group runs from April 18th to the 23rd. Hopefully you can get some enrollments and get to win your free Davana and your free Jasmine, okay? So let me know if you don't have these samples. You can come by my house and get them, because they do take a little bit of time to come to you unless you're already prepared to have them. So when they agree to come to the Facebook group, well, make sure first that they don't have their account. They don't have their own account. Because that's the other thing is you sometimes have people out there who are, looking to get samples. And they already have an account. So ask them, if you don't have an account already, if you're willing to come to this event, there's like a 15-minute Facebook Live every day of the event, and we're going to spoil you with oils. All right, then, okay, we meet here every Monday at 7. All right, so Mark took a bio break. He'll be back to do the care to share. Okay, hi, Elaine. Hi. Oh, hey, Dr. James is here. Awesome. So good to see you. Hi, Maria. Hi, Karen. Hi, Icy. Hi, Michelle. Keen. Who is G-Pain? Oh, hi, Karen. Hi, Korea. Okay, so I'm going to get the slides for Care to Share. It's great to have all of you here. This is where my husband is going to talk about the compensation plan. So the compensation plan with doTERRA, it's not a get-rich-quick program. It awards people who are consistent and who are leaders. So if you can lead others and educate on the oils, then you can rise and make
a very solid income that can replace and
Well, supplement and
yeah,
replace.
supplement. Okay, so Dr. James is here, Mark.
Hey, Dr. James, Dr. Lynn.
How are you doing tonight?
Hey, what's going on?
You're doing good. And yourself?
Are you at home
I'm
or are
doing
you
well
at work
too.
still?
Okay.
I'm at home.
Good.
Okay.
That's nice. You had dinner already? Okay, who else do we have here? We've got Elaine. Elaine and I, we did a class today. How was it, Elaine? We did it at a chiropractor's office. And it was great. He enrolled a lot of people. Okay, so can you see this? Can you see it on the
Not yet.
screen share? Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay,
You're
you
not
know
sharing,
why?
you're
Because it's
just,
not sharing.
Because you didn't push share screen.
Okay, so share. Oh, see.
You want me to help you? You want to do
You
it?
can do it. Here, you
Let
can
me
do
just
it.
see.
Okay, I'm gonna have Mark take over. I'm gonna go set my bath.
She
Okay.
is getting ready to
Go to bed.
relax and go to bed. Hi, Kara. Hi, people who just signed up, joined us and logged in after the leaders class. We want to welcome you. I'm Dr. Mark. I'm Tina's husband, and I'm an orthodontist, and we're glad you're all here. Some of you may be new to doTERRA. Some of you may have been using doTERRA for many months or even a few years and never knew there was a way to get your oils paid for free. Some of you may have some friends or patients or coworkers that you think could benefit for their health to learn about the oils. But I want to take today and share a little bit about how easy earning a commission and earning some money can be. So let me share my screen. And I would like to make this as interactive as possible. Although I love to hear myself talk, I would love to hear you guys ask your questions. So as I go through, I will ask questions, and feel free to ask questions as they come up. So you may be able to see this now, yes? Let me see.
Yes.
Okay, great. See, I like to hear. So today's topic is Business Made Easy. And this is really to talk more about, is multi-level marketing, is network marketing, is direct sales a viable business, and how can that help you in your financial independence or financial freedom plan? Okay, so really, as we go through this talk, and really ask your questions as we go along or as they come up. We're going to explore this opportunity of supplementing or replacing your income as you share how your journey and how you've utilized essential oils and doTERRA products. So many of us are employees, but some of us are employers or have our own businesses. But if we were to have an additional business or side business, what could be a good part of running your own business? You may have always thought about having your own business. So this is a perfect presentation for you. Then you ask yourself, well, is network marketing, is relationship marketing, is direct sales something that I'm interested in? Or do I just want to buy a McDonald's franchise? Okay. Have you ever thought about having an opportunity, or is there, or what are the potential income opportunities with doTERRA? And have I ever thought of residual income and what that might mean for my family? So let's go through these questions and answer questions as we go along, as you think about getting this journey with us, partnering with us. What does financial freedom mean to you? It means different things to different people. So, I mean, you just look at financials, the word money, and freedom is not being chained. Where are you in your journey of life? Where are you in journey of becoming financially free? Are you an employee? Do you have a traditional job? Or do you think that direct sales, authentic, multi-level marketing is a possibility for you as well, having a side business? Are you, with a traditional job, you have hours and you trade those hours for dollars. And even although there are advancements in earnings, you may be limited in what is possible for you with a traditional job. You may be limited in your time freedom, when you take vacation and how long you take. Also, as you work and build your business, as you build work in your company, you're actually building the business's dreams versus building your own dreams, having a freedom to choose your own schedule, having true residual income, and really having no limits on how much you make and how far you advance. Does anyone have questions about that? Okay. The other thing is, as a company, as you look at the difference between having a job and having a business, why doTERRA? And can doTERRA be the avenue to get you there, to financial freedom? One is doTERRA is effective. And you may have heard this before, but if you don't know, doTERRA is the most tested, most trusted essential oil brand. There are over 8.5 million customers worldwide. They're and growing. It's used by doctors, hospitals, and universities worldwide for treatment, as well as for research. And one of the great things is that doTERRA has one of the highest retention rates in the industry. The average retention rate for direct sales, meaning people ordering a second time, is only 13%. doTERRA is almost 5 times that. It's 65%. Not only is doTERRA effective, it is proven. They are right now the largest essential oil company in the world. They have bypassed and surpassed other companies, even if they've been in the sector for years, many years longer. Their growth rate is similar to Apple computers or Apple company. They became a billion-dollar company in 7 years. They have an optimal timing for this opportunity. Many times, even though doTERRA has been around for over 10, 11, 12 years, people say you're not going to make money unless you're in the first year or two of the company, or unless you're in the growth phase of the company. But this is optimal timing, even especially in North America, because there are new founders club positions, founder bonus positions in doTERRA right now. There are over 120 markets worldwide. They are privately owned company. That means that there are no venture capitalists, and the shareholders are not telling doTERRA executives what to do and how to save money in order to make more dividends. The company is going to do the right thing and try to help the most, do the most good. They are also debt-free with no outside funding. So I think that is amazing to have this company debt-free and no outside company. Are there any questions about this, doTERRA as a company? And the last thing I want to share is doTERRA, not only is it effective and is it a proven company, but they have a really strong caring arm. They care about the growers. They actually create partnerships, not with the middlemen, but with the farmers that are actually growing the oils for us. And so you actually are benefiting people on both sides of the bottle when you buy things and when you share. They are teaching these farmers a sustainable and improved agricultural ways to grow through co-impact sourcing. They have a nonprofit, Healing Hands Foundation, that actually truly focuses on giving back. In fact, our team itself has had multiple funding projects that doTERRA has matched over $15,000 for each of those funding projects. And so that is an amazing, and that's not just what doTERRA is wanting to do, but that's what the individual wellness advocates are focused on. Leukemia Lymphoma Society, research, cancer research, AIDS hospital research. If you have something that you would like to be supported on in your nonprofit endeavors, doTERRA has an arm that will help you. As you grow doTERRA, lives are lifted. Every purchase does grow, change the growers and their communities. And in fact, doTERRA Healing Hands and impact sourcing build schools, wells, community centers, hospitals in the areas that the growers and the farmers are. And they have a website called Source to You, which could give you information on how this impact sourcing works. So that's just doTERRA as a company. Really, the nitty gritty is, how do I make money? Can I make money? How much time is involved? And can that work for me? And then what do I have to do next to actually make money? So there may be additional questions than these as we go along, and I'd love to answer them as we go along. So how do I make money? Easy. You sample, you present the information, you teach, then you enroll them so that they get the oils shipped directly to them, and then you support them so that they can become lifelong or regular customers, and that's where you get the residual income. How much time is involved? It depends on how much money you'd like to make. If you want to just get your product paid for, then you can just put just a little bit of hours in a month. If you want to supplement your income, maybe make enough to pay for your car payment or pay for your mortgage, put in a little bit more time. If you actually want to replace your income, make it like replace your full-time job income, then you may have to put in more like full-time hours. So someone just said the other day, if you focus and make doTERRA and run it like a business, you actually can make money as if you were working for a business, but you're working for yourself. If you treat doTERRA with the number of hours and things that you do just like a hobby, then it may cost you what a hobby costs you. So but you can still make money even if you don't put as many hours in. It just depends on how much you want to make. So the amount you make is the amount that you put in. This is an interesting month because doTERRA was able to harvest this year jasmine essential oil. Usually there is not enough flowers to make the essential oil from flowers, enough to make enough essential oil for giving this out or to selling it, because the fragrance company uses it and they don't need the essential oil to make perfumes. They just use the absolute. So the process is easier. They can get more product with less flowers for the fragrance industry. But because of COVID, the orders were down and the commitment was down. doTERRA stepped in and said, we'll buy all those flowers. What was great is the farmers didn't go out of business, and so they were still picking flowers, and we were able to create, and they were able to make an essential oil of jasmine. So if you enroll 5 new members, okay, starting again. If you enroll 3 new members in the month of April, you get a Divana oil, which is a wonderful oil, okay? These new members have to enroll with 100 PV. Which stands for product or product value or personal volume. If you enroll 2 additional people and you get 5 altogether, you get the Divana oil plus a jasmine oil. So if you already have 1 or 2 people enrolled, or if you have some patients or friends that you think that might be interested, you still have 3 weeks or to enroll these people, and you can get a free Divana and jasmine oil. So could this work for me? It definitely can. It's working for Tina and I, and it's working for many people, other people too, even here on the call. But really, if you love the oils, if they've worked for you, if you're passionate, if you think that they can work, if you think that this could help people's health, then yes, because you're going to be passionate, you're going to love it, and you want to share it. Do you care about people? And do you care about people getting toxic free in their household, using high quality products at work? Then yes, it's easy to sell this. And are you willing to follow a system, or do you feel like you have to reinvent the wheel, do it yourself? Many times people, that's fearful for them. They don't want to reinvent the oil. But we have a system that makes it easy for you. And are you willing to follow through or get things done? So if you can do this, this opportunity can definitely work for you. Okay, so this is a quadrant this is similar to if you've ever read anything by Robert Kiyosaki, who is Rich Dad Poor Dad. He wrote that. Oh, wonderful book. My son just says it's a wonderful book. He has something called the business quadrants, and this is kind of what it is. And it shows the different ways that people make money. This is the difference between a linear income versus residual income. So on this side of the line or the quadrant, it's linear income. On this side of the quadrant is residual income. And I'll show you a little difference between that. This quadrant is probably 90% of people. These are employees. You work for a company, and at the end of the year or in January, you get something called the W-2. That tells you how much you made and how many hours, not how many hours you work, but the hours you put in equals the money that you get in. So 100% of your efforts times your one job equals your income. Okay? And so what you have as an employee is a job. Your time does equal money. But you don't really have a leverage. You may have limitations on how much overtime you get and what your job salary is. If you are self-employed, this is people like plumbers. This is people like doctors. These are specialists. Self-employed people have a job. So we may be specialists, we may be orthodontists or dentists or physicians, but we own a job because if we're not working, we're not making any money. Our time does make more money, but we still don't have leverage because when we're not working, we're not making anything. So I always saw this. So when I go on vacation, not only do I pay for my vacation, but I pay for my employees also to keep on, to be there. And so it costs me money when I go on vacation. But I'm trading my time for money, and every month or every day, I have to make money every day. I have to keep on working, okay? So I own a job. So you're an employee, you have a job. If you are self-employed, you own a job. Now, sometimes if you are self-employed, you may have workers or you may have commission, you may have people that work for you, but that is when you become a business owner. So what you have is instead of a job and just your own time, you have people. So this is when residual income comes into play. When you have a system and you have people working for you, you are actually making a percentage on what your people work. So you actually have potential for more income. You might only get 1% or 10% of your own efforts, but you get a percentage of all your people working. So your people working gives you maybe 3 times as much money, and you have leverage. That means that you have other people working for you, it can grow, your income can grow. So then the fourth option or the fourth way to make money is being an investor. Not necessarily having a business, but having the extra money from your job that pays for your expenses, having that extra money to be invested. So you may put money just in the bank and earn interest. You may earn money, put money in the stock market, in mutual funds, or in bonds, or gold, or real estate, or whatever you do to invest. That is when your money makes money. Now, this can be active if you are pursuing this, or this could be passive. And residual income is kind of like being in a commercial, and every time that commercial is played, you get a paycheck. Ding, ding, ding. Like if you did the Can You Hear Me Now commercial. Every time that was played, that actor got paid. And so that's residual income because he did that film commercial once and he's getting paid. So with doTERRA, it's kind of like you enroll someone, and if you help them learn how to order on their own regularly, they will monthly order and you'll get residual income even though you're not actively supporting them anymore. You're also getting residual income when your people that you've enrolled, if they start enrolling people, you get part of their share as well. So your income is not dependent on you actually being there. So that's actually a little bit less stress. And so J. Paul Getty, you know that millionaire? He said, I'd rather earn 1% off 100 people's efforts than 100% effort on my own. Now, this is maybe a little different than America because we're like mavericks and we want to depend on ourselves. But it is true that that you can make probably more with less stress if you can have your employees work, if you have employees working for you. So this is the problem of getting to financial freedom. And the reason this is the question is, or the dilemma is, what does it take for an average US citizen or US person to earn in retirement to pay for retirement? And so the statistics have showed that $4,500 a month, or you multiply that by 12, it equals $54,000 a year is what is needed to retire, or to be feel comfortable in retirement. And that especially if your house is paid for, you can go on some vacations, you can pay for your fun stuff with $4,500 a month. The problem is, in order to generate $4,500 a month, you need a nest egg, or you need in your savings or investments over $1 million. And the way they got this number, and that has to earn 5%. The way they got that is they just said, how much do I need to make $45,000 a year? So they said $1 million times 5% is what we need to get this monthly income. Okay, $4,500 a month. The problem is some of our investments that we have don't make even 5%. And the bank is paying us 1% or less. Things that are making more than 8 to 10%, they're maybe risky, and we might get zero, or years that go up and down. But this is what is needed, earning a 5% income to have a $4,500 a month. Then they said, well, how do you get $1 million in the bank by the time you retire? And so if you were 25 years old, getting out of school, and you worked for 40 years, or if you had a 40-year career, you would need, and they just divided this number by 40, you would need to save $27,000 a year to have this. Okay? And when I first got out of school and work, I was not saving this much money. When you get into your peak earning years, you might be able to do this. But in the beginning, you can't do this. The sad thing is 75% of people at 50 years old have less than $5,000 in their savings account. And 98% of retired people depend on Social Security or outside financial resources besides what they've earned themselves for their savings, or for their own nest eggs. So how can direct sales work for you? And how can this be a real business? Well, the beauty is doTERRA is a true business. If you earn money, they will give you something called a 1099. That means that you were an independent contractor, and that means you had a business and you can write off your business expenses. So doTERRA has a built-in business model, and that means that if I were to create a smoothie or a boba store, I would have to pay rent. I would have to get my ingredients. I would have to, or if I had a separate essential oil company that I wanted to do, I'd have to source my products. I had to have and hire billing and customer service. I'd have to keep inventory. So, invest money to have inventory, and then I had to ship and overhead. I have to do all this stuff, but doTERRA does all this for me. And doTERRA also, this direct sales model with doTERRA, they have websites and information available to train you in the product. We have business training, and we have leadership development. In fact, Tina and I have found that even though doTERRA and this business opportunity is a oil company, we found that we have grown individually as people as we grow in the business, because we're leading a team and we're helping our customers, and we had to grow skills that we didn't have as just a physician and dentist. And so we grew just in order to grow and train and teach our teams. And the other thing that is nice with doTERRA, even compared to other direct sales companies, is the startup costs are very low, and in order to earn commission, it is a reasonable amount to earn a commission. The financial commitment is 100 product volume in your loyalty rewards program, 100 PV in your LRP program a month. And you can spend this just buying, not just oils, but buying products that you would use in your own household regularly. And so that's why if you're going to buy some certain things anyway for your house, might as well earn money and have the potential to earn money doing that. And so this is actually some of the income earning opportunities. And this is just based on doTERRA, what they've actually paid out on their leaders. If you're executive, you may average earn maybe $100 a month. If you're elite, you may, which is 3,000 overall volume of your customers earning what they're ordering, you may order and earn $300 a month. Once you get $5,000 of volume with your customers' orders, you may average $830. And if you get to silver, you're earning almost $2,000 a month. So this is just a little blow up. The average month that it might take, if you do it as a business and do it more full time, it may take you a couple months, maybe up to a year and a half to get to silver. Now, if you're not doing it full time or part time and you're doing it as a hobby, it's going to take longer. But this is when you actually are having classes, you're sharing, and you're enrolling people. Once you figure, I'm going to do this really as a business, or I'm going to do this as an opportunity to earn residual income for my future, to pay for my kids' college, or to pay for our mortgage, $2,000 a month, then you can get there if you put in the time. Now, this is actually, if you look at gold, this is what people are saying that they may need to earn in order to be able to retire a little more comfortably. And this is the monthly income. This is just like having a government pension, $4,700 a month. And you may be able to get there in 2.5 years if you put in your time and if you have your regular classes. And once you get beyond that, platinum, diamond, blue diamond, presidential diamond, and then you can rinse and repeat and start again and earn multiple levels of presidential diamond. These are real numbers. Diamonds are getting $16,000 a month on average. Now, the first month you may not get there, but as you build your team, you will get there monthly. And blue diamonds will get here almost 40,000, 37,000. And then can you imagine earning $100,000 a month in residual income? That, if you multiply that by 12 months, that's over $1 million. That's $1.2 million in residual income. That is a nice way to retire or have financial freedom. I'm going to compare doTERRA's compensation with other companies that have residual income. Oh, actually, Dr. Lin is still here. I'm not sure. Let me see if Dr. Human is here. Dr. Human, are you here? No.
He was asking, and Dr. Justin was asking.
Dr. Justin and Dr. Human were asking these things. They're not, maybe they're here. Are they here? Do you guys have questions so far? Hi, Michelle. Did you have a question?
Sorry.
No, okay. But jump in, But I'm going to skip a couple different things real quick. Okay. I want to show you this. This is a way that doTERRA differentiates itself from other essential oil, other direct sales companies. There are like 3 main types of ways that direct sales or multi-level marketing companies pay their advocates or their sales team. One is what they call binary. It means you just have 2 legs. It's simple, and you grow those 2 legs, and you get paid on the volume, but usually not on the strongest leg. And usually you have one leg that's stronger than the other. Usually you get paid on the weaker leg. And the difference that they don't pay you stays in the company. So companies like a binary plan because they get to keep more. They don't have to pay out in commission what really you've earned. Okay, but it's an easy concept because you build 2 legs, and they your team that you enroll just have to build 2 legs. Okay, so another way is a breakaway plan. A second way is a breakaway plan, and what that is you build your team, and once some of the team members that you've built up earn a certain rank or a certain level of volume, they actually break away and earn their own commission. But what's hard with that is then when that amount of commission or that team member that you built up and trained breaks away, then you have to start at a lower level again. And so you're always constant. I mean, we're training people, but we want to be compensated for our developing our team. And so this is where unilevel is. Unilevel is you get paid on the volume underneath you, whether it's in 1 leg or 3 legs or 7 legs. You will get a commission on all the volume underneath you up to a certain number of levels. Now, some companies only pay down to 3, 4, or 5 levels. doTERRA pays all the way to 7 levels. Okay? And some companies will pay a higher percentage at the higher level you are. At the closer level that you are in your organization. And doTERRA actually pays a higher percentage the further down they are. So if you can imagine, which do you think is more stable? A triangle where you have more people and a bigger base on the bottom, or an upside down triangle, you know, where you're putting all your people that you roll in your front line, and then, you know, you get a lower percentage as they grow down, okay? So that's why the doTERRA plan, if you look at this, you will get paid more the further down you go. And because of the way doTERRA set this up, we have incentive as leaders to train and help our leaders below us, or people who are sharing, because we get paid a little bit more as we go down. Let me show you the difference right here. If you have the doTERRA plan, and there's the reason we do 3 is because there's additional bonuses based on 3 legs for doTERRA. So you have 3 people that are ordering $150 of P or 100 PV a month. The first level doTERRA, you give 2%, and a typical plan may pay you a higher percentage, say 7% at the first level. So in the other plans, you will get paid a little bit more because you have a higher percentage on your first level. But as you go down, you'll have, again, each of these people have 3 people below them. So you'll have 9 on both sides, and you get 3% at the 9, then you get $40. And then you have this, it gets to 6%, okay? And then once you get down to the 4th level, it's about the same. You have the 81 people and it's 5%, it's the same, right? 5% on both. The difference is when you get down to here, the 5th, 6th, and 7th level. Because as you develop leaders who are enrolling people, your organization, your business team is actually bigger and more people the further down you get. And you're getting actually a higher percentage of a unilevel or residual income where there are actually more people in your business, okay? So that's why the difference here in doTERRA, same number of people, you're gonna get $22,000, almost $23,000 a month versus only $6,500 a month with other plans, if they go down to 7 levels. So let me go so the difference is $32,000, and this is adding all these all these percentage levels. $32,000 with doTERRA, $12,000, that's adding everything here with other companies. It's almost three times as much based on just flipping the percentage, and doTERRA pays every commission out. So let me go back to here. This is another essential oil company, and there was a financial analyst who just did the difference of the commissions based on what each company said that they pay their sales team or their advocates. doTERRA, because of the percentage that they pay in the beginning, if with the volume of $500, and you have a rank called manager, your $500 volume will pay you $752 a year. Okay, $500 a month volume. Other companies, excuse me, I had to change okay. With Young Living, they spelled it wrong. I'm sorry, on the slide. That 500 volume do you see the difference? You get paid a little bit more a year. And let's say you have $1,000 volume. Young Living doesn't have that same level. Okay, so you're getting a little bit more with 1,000. Okay, and this same $2,000 volume, you get, this is the level executive. You have almost $1,800, and then Young Living calls it executive. You really need 4,000, but they have a senior star level, which is 2,000. So that's why the financial analyst just set it based on the volume. You do get paid a little bit more, $1,000 more a year, if you have a $2,000 volume with the other company versus doTERRA company. When you get to Elite, you get paid 4,000, and then what they did is they averaged this number, the 2,000 and the 4,000, in order to get the 3,000 volume, and they said $4,000, 400. The difference is once you get to $4,000 volume, that's when doTERRA beats Young Living, and then it beats it hugely because Young Living doesn't even have a $5,000 rank, but doTERRA does. Okay, and in order to get a silver rank, even though it's the same name, you only need 9,000 volume to get silver rank. You need 10,000 volume to get Young Living. And do you see the difference? The average silver is making 27,000 with only 9,000 customer volume. The average silver in Young Living, you need $1,000 more. You need 10,000 instead of 9,000, and you're making less. You're making 25,000. And then, you know, even though they have the same name, the amount that you need to have in your team is less. doTERRA Gold is 15,000. Young Living Gold is 35,000. Okay, and with doTERRA Gold, we'll make $58,000. But do you know what's interesting? Platinum is almost equivalent to Young Living Gold, and in fact, but the volume that you need is less. You're going to make $50,000 more, or $100,000 of the average platinum, and the Young Living with $35,000 volume is only going to make $67,000 volume. And when you get to diamond, and so just basically you need less volume to get to the ranks, and you make more with doTERRA than with Young Living or other essential oil companies. Okay, so I just when I was at a conference, or we were at a talk, and I was talking to a nurse next to me, and I said, "How did you get involved in doTERRA? How do you decide to do it as a business?" I asked people that, and she said, "Well, we didn't want to really. I was just sharing. I didn't really think I wanted to do it as a business. I showed this to my accountant. My CPA ran the numbers, and they said, doTERRA's compensation plan is designed to last, and it is designed to last because it pays you to stay in the game, and it pays you more the longer you stay in the game. As your team grows, both companies are going to grow money. Make more as your team grows, but you're going to make more money with less volume under doTERRA once you pass the $3,000 mark. Okay, so this is one of the ways you make money. Okay, you have multiple income opportunities with doTERRA. This is called Power of Three. But the Power of Three, excuse me, I'm sorry, this is not called Power of Three. This is called Fast Start. With Fast Start, you are making 20% of your new customers' orders for their first 60 days, 20%. And so when they enroll, you get 20% in enrollment. And if they order the second month, that you get 20% of what they order. And every new customer you order, you get Fast Start. If you have your 100 product volume in your cart. Now what that means is, and it's paid weekly, which means that you actually can earn enough commission to pay for your monthly order by enrolling a few people, even before your product or you have to pay for your product for that month. Okay, I don't know if I said that right. I don't know if you understand that, but when you enroll someone, I enroll Amy, I get 20% of Amy's orders. So with Fast Start, I can either earn 20%, 10%, or 5%, depending on who enrolled this new customer. Okay, so when I enroll Amy, I get 20% of Amy's order, and Amy is just a customer. So she loves the oil. And then later on, Amy says, I have a sister, I have a brother, Joe, and he lives in Tennessee. And so he wants to try the oil. So Amy enrolled Joe. Now I don't know Joe, but Amy knows Joe. So Amy now becomes the primary enroller and she gets 20%. And because I enrolled Amy, I get 10%. So I don't know Joe. I help Amy because she's never really enrolled someone, but I get 10% of what Joe orders. Amy gets 20%. And then Joe has another cousin that lives in Alaska. Joe's cousin Sue wants to order. And so I don't know Joe or Sue. And I get whatever Sue orders, I get 5%. Joe gets 20%, Amy gets 10%, and I get 5%. So that's where how Fast Start works. When my customer orders, I get 20% for the first 60 days. And when the people, my customers and my sharers start to enroll people, I get 10%. And when the third generation starts to order, I get 5%. So this is the other way besides Fast Start, which is paid weekly, is Power 3. Power 3 is paid monthly, and it's based on having a $600 team volume and having 3 people ordering 100 LRP. So if we do this is just a $50 bonus, and so that's nice. But what's interesting is when I help each of these people that are helping me get my $50 bonus, if they get their $50 bonus and this person gets their $50 bonus and this person gets his $50 bonus, now my bonus instead of $50 becomes $250. And if we help this person get their $50 bonus and $50 bonus, $50 bonus, and if we help this person get their $50 bonus, $50 bonus, $50 bonus, and then if we help this person get their $50 bonus and $50 bonus, $50 bonus, then my bonus actually becomes $1,500 a bonus, $1,500 a month. And I'll show you how valuable that is in just a second. So we went over this unilevel. This is actually where doTERRA shines, is their unilevel bonus structure. Another opportunity to earn money is with their leadership performance pools. This is where it's almost like profit sharing, where that's not just based on your team's volume, but this bonus is based on how doTERRA did as a company. And they'll share 1.25% or 2% or 4% with depending on what rank you hit that month. So premiers, silvers, and golds are eligible for this empowerment bonus. Silvers, golds, and platinums are shared with this leadership pool, and diamonds, blue diamonds, and presidential diamonds they share a 4% share percentage. So this 1.25% bonus is called the empowerment bonus. This is eligible for premiers, silvers, and golds. And they get this bonus when they enroll someone that month, okay? And it's worth about $200, and so it's nice. So, but let me show you why the Power 3 is kind of a nice bonus, because even though you think, $50 bonus, that's great, that will, but for our family, it'll like barely pay for a McDonald's dinner. We have a family of 9. And so, but the average, if you enroll enough people, you may earn this bonus in 2 or 3 months, okay? And if you get this bonus every month, it actually equals about $600. Well, it will equal $600 bonus. And so this $600 bonus, what does that mean as really residual income for you? You will earn $600 bonus if you have $12,000 in the bank earning 5% in interest. Or you will get $600 bonus a year if you have $12,000 in your stock market earning 5% interest, okay? The $250 bonus, you multiply that by 12, it actually equals to $3,000 a year. What investment nest egg or what investment amount do you need in order to make $3,000 a year? You need $60,000 earning 5% in order to make $3,000 a year. Now this is very interesting. In order to make, if you get your $1,500 bonus, you're making in a monthly bonus annually $18,000 a year. This is just on this bonus, not their other commissions. This $18,000, you would need actually $360,000 nest egg or stock market portfolio earning 5% in order to earn $18,000 a year. And this bonus right here does not depend on the stock market, whether it's up or down. And it doesn't depend on whether that company is giving dividends or not. It is given to you every month if you have the right structure and if you help your team grow. Again, Power of 3 is different than Unilevel. Unilevel is also paid monthly. And once you get to certain levels, that bonus, Unilevel bonuses, gets significant. An average silver is earning about $2,000 a month. Okay, so let's say $2,200 a month times a year. That's $26,000 a year. And if it takes you a year or a year and a half to get to silver, what does someone have to have in the bank earning 5% in order to make this type of residual income? You need $500,000, $528,000 earning 5% in order to make $2,200 a month, or in order to make $26,000 a year. So this is $500,000. This rank, silver rank, earning $2,000 a month is as if you had $500,000 in the bank earning interest for you. And amazing, gold is as if you had $1 million in the bank earning 5%. You're earning $54,000 a year on this $1 million, okay? So that's why these ranks, silver and gold, are the ranks where people retire, or they retire their husband, or they pad their retirement accounts. This is the traditional plan versus a doTERRA plan, okay? Now, if you are working as an employee and you're making $50,000, $51,000 a year, that's a pretty good salary. And let's say you're lucky enough to get a cost of living increase, a COLA increase every year. Your company is doing well. You earn between 1 to 5% a bonus every year. At the end of 10 years, you will be making $67,000 a year, and that's pretty good in 10 years. The difference, okay. The doTERRA plan. Let's say in the beginning, and this for example is only advancing in rank once a year. But you might be able to get to silver not in 4 years, but in a year and a half, okay? But anyway, in the beginning, if you're just doing it part-time and you get to the rank of executive, that average income is about $100 a month or $1,200 a year. And you're still doing it part-time. You get 3,000 volume and you get to the rank of elite, you're making about $3,600 a year. And then you're still doing it part-time, but now you have enough team and you're actually helping your team grow, and your team is growing for you. You're making about $10,000 a year. Maybe you still keep your full-time job, but you only put it in part-time hours to get to Premier. Then once you get to here, silver and gold, can you imagine if you just advance to gold in 5 years, you're going to be making about the same as if you had kept on working in your company. But every year after that, if you get to platinum, the average platinum may be making about $10,000 a month, or $115,000 a year. The average diamond is making a little less than $20,000 a month, so $16,000 a month. And then blue diamond is making over $30,000, $35,000 a month. The average presidential diamond is making $100,000 a month. These are actual real numbers that doTERRA pays out to these ranks. And then once you once you're at presidential diamond, you could probably be comfortable and take it easy and earn $100,000 a month. Or you can continue growing your business because your leaders want to keep on growing, so you help them. And you can earn double diamond, double blue diamond, double presidential diamond, okay? There's no limit to how much you can build your doTERRA business. So what's the next step for you? If this is exciting or you think this might be interesting, and why, and I'll ask, do you have any questions about that so far? Unilevel is a little confusing if you've never really looked at it before, but I like that doTERRA not only does Unilevel and Power 3 bonus, but they do a profit share with their performance pools, leadership bonuses. So what do you have to do? You have to upgrade your, and I think most of the people on here have upgraded, but you have to upgrade your wholesale account into a Wellness Advocate account. And you have to set up at least minimum of 100 PV order in your LRP and your loyalty rewards. And that makes you eligible for commission. then you have to come to learn, have training, and then set up a class, you know, and then make a list of people that you would like to partner with, that you would like to enroll, or that you think might be good business partners, or that some of your family that could either, that you would like to bless, and maybe they are looking for a business as well. This is where it starts, making a list, sampling them, and enrolling them. And some of the people that are just customers, they'll love it so much and will naturally share. They will become your sharers, and then they will become your future builders. If you want to learn more information, do you have questions about that? Anyone? So I'd like to ask a question. We went through different ways of earning money. What is one way that you can earn money through doTERRA? Anyone?
The fast start.
Fast start, yes. Thank you, Michelle. Fast start is one way to earn money with doTERRA. You get that paid weekly, and you get it for their new customers first 60 days. Okay, I saw that, Carrie, you might have had, what's another way to earn money from doTERRA?
Power of 3.
Power of 3, yes. And that is paid monthly, and it is either a $50 bonus, a $250 bonus, or a $1,500 bonus monthly, okay? And what's another way, maybe probably the biggest way, or that you can earn money? It's called Unilevel, okay? And then a fourth way is their profit share, or their leadership bonuses. Based on the rank that you are, they'll give you a bonus, okay? So if you want to learn more and you want some additional training, come visit our website, OneWayLife.com. We have classes that are going to help you learn about the essential oils, but we're also going to have classes that will help your customers learn about essential oils. As your customers learn about the essential oils and the consumable products that doTERRA has, their vitamins, their shampoo, their toothpaste, their probiotics, things that are high quality, that are toxic free, you will have a residual customer that is ordering hopefully for life. But these are different classes. The wellness consults, maximizing your membership, where they learn how to get the bonuses and get free product, how to use their back office. Continuing education is different topics weekly about different types of essential oils. Today is if you have people that are interested in maybe exploring the idea of owning their own business. And that's actually why some people actually join doTERRA, is not just for how much you can make, but because they're an employee and there's no way for them to, there's no easy way for them to have a business. Well, an advantage of having a business is you change your income into things that can be expensed. For example, when you are an employee, you have a cell phone and you pay your cell phone with after-tax dollars. When you have a business, you have a cell phone, but your business pays for the cell phone. So your business deducts that expense, and you do not count that business expense as income. So you didn't pay tax on having your cell phone. Or you have a car. If you're an employee, you pay for your car and all the miles and all the gas and all the repairs, and that's after-tax dollars. But if you have a business, you can have your business pay for some of those expenses or all of those expenses, mileage or repairs, depending on how you and your accountant want to do it. And those expenses that you would normally have that are not deductible are now all of a sudden deductible. And so you can start saving in taxes if you have your own business. And so that's why it's converting a hobby into a business. And some people do this just for the tax savings, the business tax savings. Okay. We also have an open box class on Tuesday. This is probably the number one, is our most popular class, is the doctor's question Q&A, introduction to oils. And then also our Friday wellness consults class is not a one-on-one. Sometimes it is, depending on how many people come, but it's actually how to create a plan to improve your health and use your products that you've ordered. Okay. This is the list of classes that are that we're doing in April. Today is April 12th. We're doing our Share to Care business opportunity, but tomorrow is open box. Then we have CE classes, intro to oils. The 16th we do not have classes on this Friday, but this 17th we do have a class on that maximize your membership. And then just rinse and repeat. So you don't have to create the wheel, and you don't have to host your own classes. You can come to all the classes. You can bring your family and friends or your customers to these classes, and they can be educated and supported. These are the April promotions if you did not hear. If you order 125 loyalty reward program order before the 15th of the month, you get the free product of the month. And this is recurring every month, but the free product changes. This month it's lime, which is a citrus oil, which tastes great in your drinks or in your food cooking, and it's a decongestion. And so they actually have this in the respiration or respiratory wellness kit. You get also, but you have to order it in 3 days. You're putting your order because after the 15th of the month, you don't get this free oil anymore, even if you put in 125 LRP. Neroli is 10% off this month. It is a wonderful smelling oil. It uplifts your mood, it relaxes you, and it smells good. And there are 2 new wellness kits, loyalty rewards program kits. So the last few months, you may have been familiar with the immunity kit. That's one of the loyalty rewards prepackaged kits that changes every month, every 3 months. Okay, you get a new kit. You also have the mind and mood kit for your emotions, and you have your pain, like muscle pain or for athletes. So some patients are pain control. Then the next 2 kits that are additional. So now there's 5 options for customers to order loyalty rewards, easy, at a discount price. They have a respiratory kit and they have a sleep kit, because those are 2 additional categories that customers have been interested, and you don't even know what all the oils and supplements that doTERRA has could be helpful with those categories of your life. And the nice thing is you don't have to order the same one oil only. You may find things that are helping you in different areas. And the second month, that kit that comes in for respiratory is going to change. And the third month, there's going to be additional products that are different. So these are the loyalty reward kits that are available. We really want you to look into that, because that's a nice way to get your loyalty rewards up to 125, but also to get your customers, especially if they have issues with their emotions or mind and mood, or they're concerned about immunity during this COVID and they don't have the vaccine, even if they do, or in their offices, or if they have pain and they want to have help with that. And that's our class. Then this is actually one of a key slide that I want to show you. If you order any of these products outside of doTERRA, did you know doTERRA has an equivalent that may be higher quality and maybe toxic free? If you take vitamins, protein shakes, fish oils, probiotics, soap, laundry detergent, weight loss products, if you have deodorants, hairstyling, shampoo, if you like greens, if you have acne, if you have toothpaste, mouthwash, all these things doTERRA takes. If you're buying that outside, if you look at what doTERRA has, you add up the amount that you would spend monthly ordering this, or every 3 months ordering these products, and you look at what doTERRA has available, they may be a little different, but you actually will have a savings with a high quality product with doTERRA, and you can get back in free product points, free product, either 10% or 30%. So you actually get additional savings because you get free product when you buy it through yourself through doTERRA, and it gets shipped to your house. You don't even have to go to the store to get it. And so that's a nice thing, especially if you are helping your customers order regularly. Their number one best-selling product, even though doTERRA is an essential oil company, the number one best-selling product that doTERRA sells is their vitamins. This lifelong vitality vitamin has changed so many people's lives, getting them off of their medicines, improving their energy, helping them sleep, growing their hair, so many different ways that just the vitamins have helped. But we and our family uses so many other things as well. Their probiotics, their digestive enzymes, their pain control, their shakes, their protein shakes. I mean, there's so many great things. So we want to, if you would like to learn how to use this to help your customers and order, then we'd love to go through that with you. And so I'm going to stop sharing. You know, it was longer. Oh, I guess we're just a little bit past 9. We started a little late, so it took about a year. What questions do you guys have? And I'd love to answer any additional questions that you might have.
Thank you so much. I just want to thank you. It was amazing. You explained so good.
Thank you. Again, I love this because I see this opportunity for people to have a business without a high cost and to save in your taxes if you're willing to run it like a business. But even if you just run it as a hobby and you take what you earn and convert it into deductible expense, that's a great deal for your family household tax savings. You know, it's a nice opportunity for you. And then you don't have to spend $500,000 to get a McDonald's franchise. You just have to spend $100 a month and you have your own franchise. So that's nice to have a business. And then opportunity, we have friends that have actually retired their husband. So the husband can stay at home. And once she got to gold, she was making in her gold business as much as the husband was making full time. And so now he was able to spend time with the family instead. And she was still working, but then they continued growing their business. So it was a blessing to have this as an option. And then this doTERRA business, it's residual. It will continue. As long as you stay in the game, you can get residual income as long as you help your customers continue ordering. It's a great business. We're trying to use this as we you know, you may or may not know, most of you probably do, but we have 7 kids. And you know what that means? That means 7 college tuitions. That means 7 weddings. That means, you know, 7 first cars that will be like used cars anyway, or, but you know, the expenses are there, and to have this residual income is a blessing, and it is allowing us to save for those expenses. So as you grow this, it can not only like just pay for your product, but that if you want just that, that's great. But if you want to supplement your income so that is easy to do, you know, just keep on sharing with your family and friends. If you would like to replace your income or replace your husband's income so you can retire one of you guys, then that's definitely possible. The other thing I want to tell you is that, and I had mentioned this before, but maybe I didn't get too deep into it, but doTERRA has created a plan to build up or encourage growth in the North America market where doTERRA started. And they did this by creating positions of bonus of leadership called Founders 2.0. So when doTERRA first started, a couple years in, they created this program called Founders Club. And they had like 25 spots available for everyone that joined doTERRA or was already in doTERRA to become a US founder. And what that meant is they were going to share 1% of all the US volume with those 25 people. And that equivalent was almost like $400,000 or maybe $500,000 a year once they got, you know, going. That's a nice bonus. But they wanted to share that with the new leaders or the new people coming in right now. So they created Founders 2.0 so that starting the middle of last year, there are 200 spots instead of just 25. There's 200 spots available for sharing 2% of the global, of the North America, US, excuse me, not North America, US sales from 1 billion to 2 billion. So as these new leaders are sharing and helping their teams grow, there is potential to become a US founder again. And the bonus is substantial. You know, it can be up to $100,000 just as a bonus. And so that is available to 194 people still. And there are only 6 spots that were taken that have already been earned or given, claimed. One of those 6 spots is a new builder that just enrolled and started last year. So if you have just started this year, you can still become a US founder. If you started a few years ago but never really shared or built, you're at that same spot. You can now become a US founder by sharing, having classes, earning points. And it's if you would like some help, or if you'd like more information about how to become a US founder, Tina and I are happy to help you because it's exciting. As of a few months ago or a couple months ago, there was less than 40 people who had over 500 points. So, those people will eventually get there. But that means there's still 160 spots that have less than that number of points. So it is a wide open game for everyone. And maybe in the next year and a half, they're going to start filling up. But right now, it's available for you. You could be the next US founder. Especially, actually, you may be able to get there easier if you have never hit the rank of elite, okay? Because you get points when you hit the rank of elite, premier, silver, gold. Every rank advancement you get, you can get points. Every enrollment you enroll someone, you get points. And when you help your team grow, you get points. So become a US founder. They designed this program so you could be a new person into doTERRA, or you could be a blue diamond or presidential diamond. And it's going to take just as much hard work developing your team to get a US founder's position. But there's a lot of excitement and energy, and Tina and I would love to have each of you at least try for US founder. And then, people say, I don't think I'm going to get there. But just going for it and not getting there, your business will have grown. So, I mean, the worst that would happen, even if you don't get to become a US founder, you will have a bigger business that's going to be earning you residual income, more residual income than if you never pushed to do it. So, there's a book called 4-Year Career. Oh, I didn't know we're still recording, honey. There's a book called 4-Year Career, and it is a book that shares that if you really use this and look at this opportunity as a business, or you put in like the time that is full-time or part-time time, and you really focus for 4 years, you will have created enough customers to make a significant residual income for you. Get all your product paid for, but really supplement your income or replace your income. So I just want to encourage you and that it's possible.